Two leaders, two legacies, one Pride Lands. What if the strongest Lion Guard wasn't the one chosen by the great kings? Kion was taught how to lead, but Vitani learned by surviving. Without the roar, Vitani became a leader. With the roar, she might become unstoppable. Kion or Vitani? Who was the better leader? We all know Kion as the leader of the Lion Guard. He is the son of Simba, chosen by the great lions of the past, and the one who protected the Pride Lands. A lot of animals would even say Kion was the best leader the Guard ever had. But is that really true? Because when we look at Vitani, the way she leads her team, I start to wonder, what if she was a better leader than Kion? She never had to rely on the roar, and didn't get as much help as Kion did. But to find out the true reasons I think she was a better leader, we should take a better look into her past. We meet Vitani for the first time in The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. She is one of Zira's cubs, and she grows up in the Outlands with her brothers Nuka and Kovu. As we all know, Zira wasn't the most loving mother. Well, not if your name wasn't Kovu. Zira didn't really raise her cubs with love and kindness. No, Zira raised them to fight. She was angry at Simba, and her only goal was to take back what in her eyes belonged to Scar. So while little Kion was in the Pride Lands learning about the circle of life, Vitani was busy learning how to take down a king. She learned how to attack, how to spot weaknesses, and how to think like an enemy. Her childhood wasn't about fun and games, it was about survival and training. But here's where things get interesting. Because after Zira was gone, Vitani could have gone the same path. She could have stayed angry and dangerous, but she didn't. Instead, she used all that training and made something good out of it. When Kion and his guard left the Pride Lands to go to the Tree of Life, Vitani saw that no one was protecting the Pride Lands anymore. No one told her what to do, but she decided to step up and create a new guard to protect the Pride Lands. She trained herself and her team to defend the land instead of attacking it. That's already pretty impressive, right? But wait, it gets even better. Vitani knew how enemies thought because she used to think like them. Kion learned about enemies from Rafiki's stories or Mufasa's advice, but Vitani had lived it. Do you remember when Janja's hyenas surprised Kion's guard at the watering hole? Kion didn't expect it at all. But Vitani would have seen that plan from a mile away. She knew how to think like a villain, and when the jackals tricked Kion's team with a fake attack, Kion's guard ran straight into the trap. But when the same trick happened under Vitani's watch, her guard was already waiting at the real target, ready to stop them. Vitani didn't just guess what the bad guys would do, she knew it because she used to be one of them. So while Kion had the roar to help win fights, Vitani had something just as powerful, her mind. Now let's talk about the roar. We all know the roar of the elders is super strong. Kion got it when he became the leader of the Lion Guard, and it helped him to save the Pride Lands many times. But it also made his job a bit too easy sometimes. Whenever there was a rock slide or a group of dangerous animals, Kion would just roar and the problem would go away. Boom, fixed. But Vitani? She didn't have that option. When she became the leader of her own guard, there was no roar, no magical power, nothing like that. She had to solve problems the hard way. So what did she do? She used teamwork. If a rock slide was coming, Vitani didn't roar it away. She told Kasi to run ahead and spot the danger fast. Shabaha would get to a high place to help from above, and Vitani and Imara worked together to move rocks or lead animals to safety. Everyone had a job to do. Everyone worked as one. Vitani made sure her team was sharp and ready, and they didn't wait around for a roar to fix things. They learned to rely on each other. Even when Vitani finally got the roar later on, she already knew how to win battles without it. She didn't need it to prove herself, which made it way easier for her to get things under control. Because we all know that Kion often had some troubles with getting the roar under control. After Kion got bitten by Ushari, things started to change. His scar didn't just hurt, but because of the venom, it affected his mind too. He often lost control of knowing what was wrong and right, and when emotions got too high, he also lost control of the roar. Sometimes it got so bad that even his best friends didn't feel safe around him. Do you remember when Kion almost destroyed the home of those snow monkeys? Or that time during training when he accidentally sent Bunga and the others flying through the air? Bunga even joked about it, saying when Kion got that scary look, you better be hiding behind him or running away. And it wasn't even only because of the venom, because before Kion got his scar, he also had some troubles controlling his roar. Do you remember when Janja and his hyenas had Nala surrounded? Kion got so angry and destroyed a part of the Pride Lands with his roar. But Vitani, she never had that issue. She had no roar, no magical scar, no voices from the past in her ears. She was calm, steady, and in control. Her guard always knew exactly what to expect from her. No surprises, no wild outbursts, and there's a reason for that. Vitani learned from watching her own mother, Zira. Zira was powerful, but she let anger take over, and in the end, it destroyed her. Vitani saw that happen with her own eyes, so when she became a leader, she made sure never to lose control the way her mother did. She stayed calm and smart, even when things got tough. That's also why her guard trusted her so much. They knew that no matter what happened, Vitani would always keep a cool head. And here's something else. Vitani's guard trained harder than Kion's ever did. Think about it. Kion's guard had some pretty powerful animals, right? A hippo, a cheetah, an egret, a honey badger. Plus, they all had the mark of the guard, and they could count on Kion's roar to save the day when things got dangerous. But Vitani's team, no roar, no special powers, just hard work. Kasi, the fastest of Vitani's guard, trained until she could run her course perfectly without making a single mistake. Imara, the strongest, spent hours lifting rocks and fallen trees to get stronger. They didn't have powers, but they were brave, and every time they trained, they got stronger and smarter, even though Vitani had no one to help her. Because Kion had Rafiki, Simba, and even Mufasa's voice guiding him, but Vitani, she didn't have a teacher. She wasn't chosen by the great lions of the past. She didn't have royal paintings to show her what a lion guard should look like. Vitani just saw that the Pride Lands needed protecting, and she made it happen. She knew she was the sister of the future king, so she saw it as her duty to protect the Pride Lands. It's actually pretty impressive when you think about it. She came from the Outlands, a place where survival came before everything else, yet instead of following her mother's dark path, she used what she learned to build something new. And even though Kion is brave and cares deeply about his guard, we've seen him hesitate, especially after getting the scar. He started second-guessing himself. Those doubts made him worry about turning out like Scar, and when a leader feels unsure, the whole team can feel it too. Vitani didn't let her fear slow her down. Even when she was young, you could already see her confidence. That confidence only grew stronger when she became a leader, and because she's steady and sure of herself, her guard stays steady too. Even Kion could see what a great leader she was, and therefore passed on the roar to her. She's smart enough to know that the roar is powerful, but it's not everything. Unlike Kion, who sometimes relied on it too much, Vitani still focuses on what has always made her strong, her team. She'll use the roar when she needs to, like if someone like Makucha's gang returns to cause trouble, you can bet Vitani's gonna roar loud enough to shake the ground. But most of the time, she won't need it, because she has a guard stronger than ever. With her background, Vitani will probably use the roar differently too. She grew up in the Outlands, where every resource counted, so you just know she will come up with smart ways to use it. Imagine her using the roar to bring rain to dry places in the Pride Lands, or to safely move herds away from danger without scaring them. She won't just be blasting away every problem, she'll think first and act second. And there's something else. The roar might even be stronger with Vitani. Why? Because she doesn't let emotions like fear or anger control her like Kion sometimes did. She stays calm, steady, and always ready. That control will make sure the roar works exactly how she wants it to. So, do you think all this makes Vitani a better leader than Kion, or do you think Kion was the better leader after all? And what do you think Vitani's gonna do next with the roar? Will she just keep leading like before, or will the roar change how she protects the Pride Lands? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of our new stories, and I'll catch you next time.